Welcome to the Self Report Podcast. I'm here with myself, Crystal Caliber, and my co host, Zomner,
Hello, I'm Zomner.
and my other co host, Alice.
Hello, I'm Alice.
Are you?
Well, he was Zomner, so I gotta be Alice.
Yeah. I kind of want to start with Jujutsu Kaisen a little bit because that one seems like a fun place to start.
Like just the new season, or
Well, what do you think of the new season?
I mean, I like all of Jujutsu Kaisen because I've read the manga completely. So like I kind of been waiting for this season to come out for a really long time because it kind of pivots really hard with the type of story that I think it is. Like it's very fun in the first season. It's kind of like it takes a huge turn in the second season, and then I think the second season, like after that, now the third season, I think it's like it takes this opportunity to kind of like go in a different direction. So I really like the third season.
It feels like the classic shonen of like, okay, we start up, explain the world, kind of like introducing characters. You have your shonen, like not a tournament arc, but like, oh, we have like what feel like the shonen exam, like all the students doing stuff and have to compete in this thing, and it's all right, a little bit, but I explain in the world, okay, cool stuff. That's in the first season. And the second season is like, okay, let's expand on the backstory, and then we have, what is the Shibuya incident, which is my favorite. I don't want to go too much into detail right now, but it's like I was like, holy shit, that was like worth waiting for. And then I was like, in a way, I was like, oh, I need to wait for a while to see it. Oh, maybe I'll read on the manga. Let me see what happens after the Shibuya incident. And I started reading the calling game stuff, and it's fine, but it was immediately like, oh, there's no rules, and I have to like keep them in mind. I'm like, I'm good. Like, it's not bad, but I was like, it like lost interest almost immediately. So now it is seeing it animated. I think it is very good. I think it's just like as you said, introduces all these cool elements. I think they're very cool, and I'm very excited to see how it continues from now in animated format rather than in a manga format.
I can understand, like, I guess in manga form, it's like kind of like when you go from the Shibuya incident to like Shibuya. When you go from the Shibuya incident, I'm not gonna say it correct. I'm not gonna say it correctly.
You're making me overthink it.
When you go from that to then having to read like a bunch of rules, I guess, on the calling game, I can see why it would be like a deterrent, but like...
All right, I'm just going to break in here. I feel like if I had to read all that shit in black and white, I would not fucking care.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
I would not care. I would not understand
It's the same thing because like, whereas in like a lot of animes have that. Like one of my favorite animes, and I've also read it, is...
If you're about to say Naruto, I'm going to throw up.
Is Hunter x Hunter.
Oh.
And that one, it's like pages and pages of just walls of text.
Which part?
Well, yeah, Dark Continent.
Yeah, that's in the later stuff. And like,
boat.
Yeah, I agree that I also would stop
but
reading.
It's good. It's good.
I need to go back at the Dark Continent at some point.
But that's like also just like Kurapika being hot. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
You say
why
say
not?
characters.
Is he of age?
I think
yes,
so.
at the time of Dark Continent, I want to.
I would imagine he's
at the
way
time
older
of Dark
there,
Continent, I want to say yes, but I don't know. I actually never looked up there.
Leorio
is
and
definite.
him.
Well,
yeah.
Leorio's
my.
He claims to be like 16, I think, and then by the time
he's like fucking. He's in school to be a doctor.
No,
well, not in the beginning, and then he like by that time, Dark Continent, like yes, years have gone by. So like yeah, he will be like.
Wait, Leorio's not of age at the beginning.
No, well everybody says he is, and then he's like you can't tell if he's lying or not about his age.
Okay, that man is a grown adult. Like the way he is drawn.
I think in the exam he said he is the read that shocks them because he was like younger than Killua or something like that.
No, like they keep calling him like an
old
older
man
guy or something, but then he keeps yelling at them saying he's a teenager.
Yeah,
I don't think he is. Like
something like that. Yeah,
that he is a briefcase.
I mean, he was homeless for a long time, like living on the street.
Why does he have a nice suit?
They just want to present him nice.
Yeah, it's like a business thing. Yeah. We're not talking about Hunter x Hunter.
No, okay, but I'm talking about
I'm saying
Leorio.
Jujutsu Kaisen, like...
Well, the Leorio will lead into the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, but he's not my... You like Leorio. He's not my favorite character. He is cool. But, yeah, like walls
Let's just remember that he's in a suit.
Walls of text with the Colon game and everything, it's like that leads into like some really amazing storylines, some really amazing characters. Like a lot of my favorite stuff happens in the Colon game.
I'd say with the explanations, like we talk about Hunter x Hunter with JJK, it also is like there's a lot of explanation in the middle of the fight, like how the power works. And I think I've seen this reaction, which I think I agree with, is like on a first read, when you read that stuff, it can feel like a lot of like, oh, there's a lot of explanation that happens in the middle. It's like with JoJo, but I don't know why JoJo gets like a freebie with that, like, oh, I'm going to explain now why my technique powers through this shit. And it's like, okay, you just bullshitted your way through.
No one
it's
listens to the explanations in JoJo's and they just accept it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this works.
That's why.
But like, and with JJK, it's like even longer explanations. At least with Hunter x Hunter, it's like, we explain the rules, now this happens, and then you're like, oh, now it's all like set up as a play, and now you understand it. Here in JJK, it happens in the middle, and it kind of like, it eats up of the, I feel like, especially reading, I feel it eats up on the momentum. However, when you do like a reread, and now you're like, oh, okay, I understand now what the situation is, and you have the full context, especially in anime format, when you have it also have the audiovisual exponents on that, giving it a better like experience. I think that works better for me, which I don't know how deeply we want to go, but there's a fight now pretty early on that has happened, which has tons of explanation on the character's power, but that is revealed little by little, but it's the coolest shit ever. And it's and I think like, yes, this is good stuff. I'm not saying this is anything bad. This is like good shonen slop. I don't know. I feel bad saying it's shonen slop. It's good shonen in general.
Yeah, I really didn't like. Well, I liked the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, oh, this is cute. Like, I think the stuff they're doing here, it's very X-Men. It was giving like Charles and Xavier's relationship.
Charles is Xavier. Charles.
Oh, you're right.
Xavier is his full name.
Charles and Magneto. Whatever the fuck, you're confusing me.
No, you confused
Magneto
yourself.
and Professor X's relationship. It's giving that.
Yeah, it's giving.
And it's like was really enjoyable for me because then it's got like this scene in it. What scene is it?
The one where they play baseball.
The Toto scene.
Where they all play baseball?
No.
Is it in the hidden inventory?
That scene.
The Toto clapping one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a scene in it that's like what Nightcrawler and Wolverine should be doing in like X-Men 97.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I wish somebody had the balls to animate X-Men 97 like this. Or like they're kind of getting there, I guess. But or potentially put this in like a movie, because I would love to see how like the powers be creatively used in this way. And that kind of got me hooked on Jujutsu Kaisen in the beginning, and then it has this Shibuya arc is basically like cringe to me. Like
Okay. You say it's cringe. It's his favorite.
I know. At the beginning, I'm like, I grew up reading a lot of like Mark Miller. Like Brett used to fucking my Philly friend Brett used to love all the Mark Miller books. We used to kind of read them as like a bit at some point because they would be more and more extreme, like for shock value stuff happening, right? Like, and the Shibuya arc kind of felt like that to me.
Okay,
and I was like, I don't know if I'm here anymore.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm okay with this anymore, because you see all these characters and you go through all these things, and then it's like, well, actually none of that's a focus anymore. We're still going to have them all on the buses of Tokyo. We're still going to have them be our grandchildren and do all these things. But those characters,
that's
they're
the only
not
thing.
in it
That's
anymore.
the only thing that I think's interesting is that like regardless of like season 2 and now season 3, they've not changed their marketing.
Yeah,
like it's still the same.
It's so insane.
It's still like Gojo and Nobara and Megami and
we haven't
Itadori.
seen them, and we don't even know where they are.
I didn't want to spoil anything, but
Yeah,
like
I'm not
two of
saying
those
it.
characters, it's like they're not even technically in it anymore, and it's like, why are they still the face of the
Yeah, like
they're cool.
Yeah, but
No, I get it,
that's
but
the only thing that confuses me.
it's misleading, is what
Yeah.
I'll say. Like I went in thinking like, okay, like these are the characters that are going to be in it forever. Like you don't see, other animes like advertising these people in like this such a big way, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, and maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. And then all of a sudden, like in any marketing campaign, like, all right, all these people have disappeared. You know what I mean? Like from the light of view. Like, and I know a lot of shows like will do this thing where they take breaks from characters and then later come back to them and stuff like that. Like Like, you know, Punisher wasn't in, back in the Netflix days, wasn't in like every single episode of Daredevil or whatever, but during the time that he was marketed with it a lot, right? But then he eventually gets his own show, like all that kind of stuff. Like, so you have all these things that like make sense to me in I guess like American media, but then like don't make sense to me because like even with like Evangelion, right? Like Evangelion's everywhere in Japan, and you only ever really see Asuka, Rei, and Shinji. That's like it. You don't really see all the other people who come in and out on like
No, and
advertisements.
that girl from the newest movie is my favorite.
Mari, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I just always think that that's so interesting. That's why Jujutsu Kaisen really throws me through like this loop where it's like I actually don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting from this because the marketing is so like left field. Like it's almost like a bit of a trick. So when going into this, my expectations were so different. Like, and even when we're in season 2, we get introduced to like 7, 8 new characters.
Season
that are
3 or season 2?
Season 2 ish. Right, we're on season 3 now.
We're season 3.
Yeah,
So
season 2. Season 2, even we get introduced to all these other characters, and these other people take a backseat, and it's like, all right, now I'm learning the backstory of every single one of these characters. Wind up falling in love with them, and then even they like disappear into another universe or whatever happens to them. Like, and then you don't. Then it's like, oh, I just spent all this time caring about them, and now they're not in it anymore. And I think like going into it, if I had known that it was like that, I would have had a different feeling.
Okay.
And if I watched season 2 again. Knowing like this is like a one-time only deal, they're not going to be recurring characters, I think I'm going to feel different, and I feel better about it now. But now I'm obsessed with one of the characters, and I know he's going to go away. I don't know if he's going to die. I don't know if he's just going to disappear and like everybody else and be like, oh well, I'm just not on the show anymore, see you guys later. Like it could be anything, like, or he could be a recurring member of the cast. I have no fucking clue. And now I just have to sit in these worries of like I've become obsessed with this character that I have no idea when he's gonna leave.
They're in a thing right now called the Colon Games. So like
yeah. I don't want to get
like
too into it, but it is I would say it's it's a training arc in an unconventional way. It's not a normal training.
It's like
arc.
It's a death game. Like we had this
it's like
kind
a
of
mix
stuff
between Squid Game and a training arc.
No, it's like
It's like
yeah, like you said, you don't want to get too into it. I don't want to spoil it. It's more like it's not like a training arc though. Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No, it's not a training arc. Like it's like
I don't know if I.
It's like a battle royale game.
yeah. That's how I got the vibe.
But I feel like it's also a huge training moment for them.
There's character development moments. I don't think it's a training arc.
Okay, so you're saying that it's deviating from even being called a training arc.
Yeah, it's not a training arc because
But that doesn't follow traditional shonen.
Most of the main cast like had their training arcs already. Like Itadori and Megami, like if they didn't have their training arcs already, they would not be surviving.
Okay,
the
question
game.
then: does it still like qualify as a shonen? I mean, I know it does. But like, would it still qualify in the traditional sense of being a shonen? If now this is like a battle royale game, like how does that differ from what a traditional training arc is?
I think training arc, but that's just the one story type arc that you can have in a shonen. Like battle royale thing has been, I think, been a thing since. I mean, hell, I just reread One Piece Skypiea, and Skypiea technically has a death game arc of like, all right, everybody in this forest, you have an hour. Let's see how many people are gonna be alive in an hour. And like like you can have that stuff in the shonen.
So wait, does Greed Island count as that then?
No,
Greed Island is more.
That's not a battle royale.
No, but it has a game system as well. But it's not a battle royale. Battle royale is a bit more.
Like I would say, I don't know why you're thinking shonens are more death games, because even if you look at Naruto, the Chunin exams, that's not a training arc. That's a colon. That's a battle royale.
Really? That's
I think it starts as a little bit of like.
No, it's a battle royale. It's all the teams are placed into an area. You have to get a black scroll and a white scroll, and then you have to get to the like.
Okay, but all my friends consider that a training arc.
It's not a training. It's the Chunin exams. The Chunin exams themselves are a battle royale. It might be in a training arc of the show, but it's not like actual.
Do you consider Dragon Ball Cell Saga training arc, or do you consider that a battle royale?
The Cell Saga I wouldn't say it's either. Half the Cell Saga is them training in the time.
Is it an arena arc or a tournament arc?
It has but it's not really a tournament because there's only one big
Yeah.
bad guy at the end.
But I mean, they
It's
still do
like-
have battles and matches and.
Well, that's different. It's literally like
Yeah, in a tournament, usually what makes to me a tournament arc. Okay, we're gonna show up all these unique characters against each other, and all this kind of like matchups and like trying to get into these characters. In Cell Saga, it feels like okay, there's a bad guy, but he has a
Yeah.
tournament just to show he's gonna battle all these Saiyan warriors and and then they're all one by one they're just
I
like
don't think-
no one had to just wait for Goku.
I don't think Dragon Ball really follows the rule. Like, Dragon Ball doesn't do battle royales because they have that common martial arts code of like 1v1 battles. Like, even when they're fighting in every saga, when they're doing their
Yeah,
fights,
you're right.
they do 1v1 battles. It's like a honor thing.
I mean, original Dragon Ball, yeah, it had like training art of like, okay, find Master Roshi
Yeah.
and try and under him and and Krillin
So
and
it's a
Goku doing
tournament
stuff.
arc.
No, that's a training arc.
No, I mean like the Cell Saga in the end we're saying is a tournament arc.
I kind of want to agree, but at the same time, there is like a feeling of like, I don't know what to call it. There's one big bad, and then you fight against it. I think that's like the Chimera Ant arc in general. That's I'm trying to think of any other big like arcs that I recently watched. It's like when One Piece, I'd say like lots of One Piece arcs like hey, there's a big bad that we have to like get to the point to getting destroyed. Like I don't know what Cell. It has the tournament arc as an element in there, but I wouldn't say. And there is training on there because they're beforehand, just a little bit as well. But I wouldn't consider it.
I mean,
as,
One
like,
Piece has a battle royale arc, which is in Dressrosa.
and I'd say that one
That's
section
tournament.
in Skype. Yeah.
It's literally a battle
Oh
royale.
yeah, it is. Yeah. He literally gives up bounties on like, okay,
Yeah.
go get this guy, and it's like, and then we have these matchups of.
No, they have a coliseum.
Yeah.
With all the people having
So
a battle
that's
royale.
not considered
Oh, yeah.
a tournament arc.
It is a. It's
It has matchups, so
no, because a tournament follows standard tournament rules. Like think about March Madness happening right now. Like one team faces one team, moves on to the
I
next
sure
round.
will think about it.
Yeah, of course.
I think when we get into this as well, it's like
Villanova.
I don't say full Dressrosa fully is a tournament arc, but that part the Colosseum, yeah, it turns into a
No,
tournament
but
arc.
like
Yeah.
I feel like saying tournament. You're getting tournament and battle royale confused because tournaments follow the rules of one person fights one person, moves on to the next round.
Yeah.
Then you have quarterfinals, semifinals, whatever, and then you have the finals and the championship. But like, if there's any moment where 3 people are fighting at once, that's not a tournament. That's like a battle royale at that point.
I feel like there's someone so much better qualified to talk about this than us. But
I feel like I just gave you what a tournament and a battle royale is.
I think
say it one more time. Explain.
A tournament has brackets, meaning you know when you move on to the next round who you're going to be fighting. Like Hunter x Hunter has the Tower of Fighter thing where they fight their way up to the top
Yeah.
and then fight Hisoka. You know what I mean? But they know that they're fighting matches until they move on to the next level. Like it's a bracket system.
That's tournament.
But yes, a battle royale involves multiple parties, and it's like you could attack one person, but another person could attack you, and then somebody else could attack you. There's no actual rule like it has to be one-on-one fights
That's true.
because it's a battle royale.
Okay.
Yeah,
like the movie, good movie, check it out.
So what's training arc?
a training arc is like when the characters are actually. It's like if they're preparing for a tournament. They're not in the tournament. They're preparing for it. It's a training arc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting more powerful, learning new moves.
Take Naruto for example. Okay, when they start out as Genin and Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto put under Kakashi, they're in their training arc
Yeah.
because they're practicing under Kakashi. But
Yep.
then when they get put into the tuning exams, they're in a battle royale. And then after the tuning exams, when they come out of that battle royale, now they have one-on-one battles with everybody that passed. That's tournament. It has everything you mentioned. I don't know what to explain it to you. You're an avid Naruto fan.
Yeah,
I also, it's been a
I
while.
fucking love Naruto.
Who's your favorite Naruto character?
Who wears a suit? Does anybody in Naruto
I
wear
don't
a
think
suit?
anybody wears like a conventional suit.
I mean, you
like,
mean the
Is there a
Akatsuki suits? Or?
businessman? Is there a doctor? Is there?
Yeah, what's the like Shikamaru's dad or like or Shikamaru's mentor, the guy
Oh,
that like
yeah.
with the knife.
I barely remember him. Shikamaru's a guy.
Akuma.
No, it's not Akuma.
What's
I
his
don't
name?
remember.
Akaichi.
Okay, it might be something.
It's
It sounds familiar.
Asuma. Asuma.
Asuma.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that
Asuma.
sounds about right. Yeah.
I don't know who that
Isn't
is.
okay. You can cut this off, I suppose. Isn't that the guy who gets killed by that, like this guy with the scythe,
Why
like the
would
immortal
you
guy?
say that?
Because that I was gonna say that guy is my. It's been ages
Yeah,
since I
but-
watched Naruto. I still remember that villain, and
Yeah,
that's like because that guy's immortal, and it's like, how the fuck do you beat this immortal guy?
Who's that guy that you told me about that? Like, he's in pain, so he wants everyone else to be in pain.
That's Pain.
Oh yeah, Pain. That's the main villain of the
Okay.
leader of the Akatsuki.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I might like that guy. That guy sounds like up my alley.
I used to do that when I was growing up, and I would push my brothers or something. I'd be like, "Almighty push," and I'd push them. Because that's
yeah.
what his move would be.
Oh, that's
the-
kind of lame, actually.
No, it isn't lame. It's really cool. It kills a lot
Akatsuki
of
was
people.
cool, but like the fights were really cool. But I barely remember any of the other.
It's kind of lame, like in the sense that like you always feel like especially in like Naruto, it's like you always feel like they're gonna win. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's kind of the problem with those kind of
Stupid.
shows.
Yeah.
But that brings me back to why Jujutsu Kaisen's throwing me out the door right now with the
Yeah.
way that it's going. Because it's not really conventional in the way that it's doing anything. Like, we have Chainsaw Man now that it's a
Yeah.
little different. We have, I'm sure there's like 500 animes that I don't watch. Like, my mom turned into a slime and then I kissed her or some shit.
I don't
and then,
think
like,
is that one. I don't
and
think that's one.
my maid,
No, there's-
my maid accidentally dropped, a
There's
sword on my
reincarnated
toe.
as a slime. That's one.
Like, yeah, like there's a bunch of shit like that.
that's
I know.
like
Hiru Rivalry, that's definitely an anime. I don't like
an isekai.
but I don't really like keep up with all that. This is just like what is in my face popular. This is what my friends are reading, so I'm watching. This is what people have asked me to watch. Like, I'm about to start Demon Slayer because a friend asked me to do that like a while ago, and I wanted to see what that's about. And I did watch like the first season of that at least. But like, it is one of these things where like I kind of gotta get back in on my anime now that I feel like things are happening and things are being different. Like the Chainsaw movie Man came out, that was all right, but the side character is the most interesting part of Chainsaw Man. In my opinion.
That's my favorite character in all of Chainsaw Man is Rez.
Even after the movie.
I knew what happened. I read the manga.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know. Sometimes like when I read characters in manga or comics or whatever, I wind up not liking them as much in their animated predecessors.
I mean, I had my gripes for the movie because it's obviously rushed to fit it all into that little movie, but it is nice. Like, I mean, I still enjoyed it for what
Good
it was.
movie.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, how did it end? Apparently, it ended today.
Well, I'm not gonna talk about how something ended.
Oh, don't tell me how it ended, but was it good?
Oh no, I'm not. I mean, people have polarized opinions. I liked it about it. I mean, I
Is it
do
the
have
actual
issues.
end though?
Yes.
I know, but like, we don't want to spoil anything.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
don't
same-
spoil anything, but I just
it's the
wanted to know.
same
I know
thing-
nothing about it.
It's the same
so.
thing with like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm still looking forward to everything that happens, but like, the manga technically ended, and I'm like, no, everybody was kind of upset about it.
I mean, endings are really hard. I worry.
Yeah,
I worry
but-
about One Piece genuinely.
Well, with I think there's very much similarity with, I don't know about the ending wise, but like in the author wise of like these authors that get really really popular and they're like they just want to end the series, and you can definitely tell. What I've heard, especially with JJK, I'm not fully aware, but I do remember when it was nearing the end and just hearing like, hey, the author is having health issues, so there's like month of like taking off of stuff, and with Oda from One Piece of having in the past few years hasn't have had like health stuff of like, oh, he did an eye surgery and oh, he needed a break because he needs to prepare stuff for upcoming and wants to take a break, and it's like, or I don't know if he actually wants, or is it like, hey, we legally need to keep you alive, so you're willing to have the pace.
Didn't Oda like at least like write down like in case something happened, he like at least told
Well,
somebody?
yeah, he
Yeah, he
literally
has
told the
notes,
whole
yeah.
fucking world by putting it in the bottom of the ocean.
Well, not that, like not
No.
like a stunt. I mean, like he does have like people that know what he wants done.
Yeah, he has understudies. Most of these like I know the dude that did Berserk had an understudy, and that's who's making it now, and
Yeah.
all this stuff. I'm pretty sure the kill.
Kill a kill. What
Sorry,
the
I
hell?
don't know, that was a Freudian slip.
That's like
haven't thought
10
about that.
years ago. 15
No,
years
Hunter
ago.
Hunter has the his wife in case something happens, and it's
Yeah.
like I know that they have them. I feel bad for like these mangaka because they work so goddamn hard all the time. But it I don't know. I mean, I hope things end well. I don't think that
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a single anime that like that was a manga first anyway, because like I could say Evangelion, but that wasn't a manga first.
No, not first. The only one I've heard that has a great ending, and I started it, but it didn't continue. I need to finish it one day. Assassination Classroom. I heard like
Yeah.
I've heard
Really?
people said that ending is like perfect.
I started that one
Oh really?
with Ash like 15 years ago. I feel like that came out.
Yeah, it's like, around
And I
something like
remember
that.
starting it. It was like so popular. The first
Yeah.
year that it came out, everybody was obsessed with it, and I don't know where it went. Like, I mean, it actually ended though.
Yeah, it did end, and people really like the ending. I don't know anything about it. Also, last year, Vinland Saga ended, and people said that's also a good ending. But I'm like,
That wasn't animated though. The ending.
no. It's
Yeah,
we are
I-
way far away from that. Season 2 is not even halfway through.
I loved what we watched of Vinland Saga. The one episode, the
Mhm,
episode,
mhm.
that's like one of the highest rated anime episodes of all time.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I was really surprised when I read that, because I was just going through and looking at like, oh, like what's really highly rated, and that was on there, and it kind of shocked me.
I
I
don't
was
even
like,
know that one.
it's about, I don't know, what would you say without spoiling it? You describe.
It's a realistic. It's an anime version of basically telling this story set in medieval Norse, like no mythological stuff, no magic stuff, just like Vikings and robbers and trying living in the medieval time.
Leif Erikson.
Yeah, Leif Erikson is a character. There's other historical characters who like actual people like name dropped and are like, oh, if you know history, you know about a little bit what's gonna happen. Not too much, but a little bit of name dropping there. But a story, it's very much like in the vein of Berserk, about story about like revenge, but it like Berserk is a great story. I love it too much, but this like how Vinland Saga deals with the subject matter and is like with its how it tells the story, it was like so great of like, oh, we're gonna show you this and then we're gonna do something else, and something else pisses people off, and it's like, what the fuck? Oh, I thought we were just gonna be all about this one element, and it's like, no, you don't. You need to understand completely what this. You miss the core themes of the whole story if you don't take the both parts together and like combine them. It's like very great story about like human nature and what revenge does to a people, and like I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I really liked it. I don't know if it's like for you though, but it's.
I don't know. It didn't sound like historical stuff doesn't really.
It's like action, also about like the will of man during a hard time, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And who's my boy in that? What's his name?
The
The teacher guy, the hot blonde. They're all like blonde, but the
teacher guy, not the monk, not the Canute. No,
I don't remember.
Are you talking about Askeladd? Yeah. Oh, Askeladd is fucking great. Yeah. Askeladd is fucking great. Great character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jujutsu Kaisen has this character that I have a problem with. Is a lawyer, and
by have a problem, you mean like you hate him?
no, I love him. Like season 2 had what's his name? Suit boy, business guy. Nanami, loved him. Scenes with him, watch him all the time. Then they have this guy who's also in a suit, and he's a lawyer this time. And like they give both of these characters really cool and backstories that I understand.
His name's Higuruma.
Higuruma, isn't it Higurumi or Higuruma?
I think it's Higuruma.
He's awesome, and like I was not like fully like in to like the new season till they get to like this scene with him, and then I'm like, nah, I'm on this train. Like, well, I'm ready.
It's so funny to think about Higuruma being like one of your favorite characters at the current moment, like from, you know, not just from JJK, but like you really love Higuruma right now. And then like thinking about like him being like the goody two shoes lawyer that thinks like, if I'm just a really good lawyer, like, you know, he's gonna beat the system. You know what I mean? And then it's just like funny that you're so into that character right now, and then like the new season of Daredevil's airing right now.
That's exactly what I was gonna segue to.
And like, he's a goody two shoes lawyer that thought, oh, if I'm just a really good lawyer, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, and he realized, no, the system's kind of corrupt. You know, you can't just be a good lawyer. You know, and they kind of like have this weird breaking point. You know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a type. I really do. I've been reading Daredevil for as long as I can remember. Daredevil was like one of the first books I ever like took to school. Like I was in like second grade, and like kids made fun of me and shit for reading it. It was the Frank Miller, like the Man Without Fear run, and it was like the second issue where like whenever like it's Elektra like coming down from the snow on the cover, and it's like such a beautiful like had like foil and shit on it, and it was really cool. And like these kids in second grade like took the book and tore it up and made fun of me, and I was like, fuck,
Awful.
that sucks. Like, and my dad he went to the comic shop and he bought me a bunch of copies of it. He's like, well, if they rip up another one, I have a bunch more. And I remember just having copies of that book, the same book everywhere in my house because my dad tried to fix the problem because he felt bad. And I was like, man, like, so Daredevil is something that's kind of stuck with me. I've always really liked Elektra. I've always really, I've cosplayed her before. I've genuinely just really stuck with those characters. I remember when the Ben Affleck Daredevil came out, like obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed. Had a poster and everything like on my door for the longest time. Like, and I thought she was really Jennifer Garner was really good as Elektra.
I only remember like there was a scene with a seesaw in that movie.
Yeah, and it was a hot scene.
That's the only scene I remember.
It was that's the kind of
Yeah.
life that I want to live. Is
Yeah.
the one that they're living in that movie. But I don't know, like big time Daredevil person. Obviously, like he's Catholic. I know how that goes. He has the Catholic guilt. He's all hot and disheveled all the time. Like it's just I don't know. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And Daredevil's one of those characters where it's like, do I want to be Daredevil? Do I want to fuck Daredevil? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know which camp
Yeah.
I'm in. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
Am I Daredevil? I
You're
don't
doing
know.
all three of them with the same. It's fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah, I was
Daredevil.
thinking the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah. Like I don't know.
it's
Like I
just
can't
all-
tell.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel that same way about the Lord character in Jujutsu Kaisen because it's like, am I relating to this guy because it's me, like identifying with him, or is it because I actually just think he's really hot? I think it's both. I think it might
Well,
be both.
there's that scene that like I don't want to spoil it or anything like that, but it's like a really pivotal scene for that character where like it's like when he finally kind of like has that breaking point where he has that development as a character, and it's like I feel like everybody who plays that role of like goody two shoes, like I'm just gonna work really hard, and beat the system at its own game. Like everybody has that kind of breaking point moment, and I feel like I don't know. I just think it speaks so much for like those kind of characters. Like even like for you to like those kind of characters, you know what I mean? Like even like Nami, like from season 2, it's
Yeah,
like
same thing
he
happened.
had the same thing. He wasn't a lawyer. He was just a really good like businessman.
A
Like you know what I
salaryman.
mean? And like he had his breaking point moment where like he like legitimately realized like he quit being a sorcerer, went and was a businessman, like really successful, but then just like went back to being a sorcerer because he just realized like
No point.
there's no point. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just something. It's a concept I really resonate with, and I don't think it. I don't think there's a lot of characters that are written well like that, and
Yeah.
and like seeing that now in anime and then in live action media at the moment, it's like really it feels really cool to be like I don't know seen.
There
There
there is something like weirdly hot, like just with Nami. Nanami?
yeah.
Nanami. There is
Uh-huh.
something really weird with Nanami where it's like, I don't know, something with his power. It's like, it's a one-off thing that happens. Like I think it happens like one time, maybe twice. But it's like my favorite part of his power is when he's like working really late and he's like, oh, now I'm gonna have to work overtime because his
Yeah.
power is literally like based off of like the 9 to 5 workday. That like when he went past when he was supposed to clock out, he like was in overtime mode, and it was like it's a cool
Yeah.
like dynamic to his power. I'm not gonna spoil why it happens or anything, but like it is really cool. Like he literally based his power around just being like like what you said, like a salary man, you
Yeah.
know, like a 9 to 5, just
Yeah.
so interesting.
I think I would love. I'd like kind of want to dive into like what the archetypes that you guys have with characters
Yeah.
because with all this I want to know, what do you have a thing that stands out to you? Like, is there characteristics similar to what I'm describing with Daredevil? You know, and then like even think about like Hannibal and Will. Like Will Graham to me is like the ultimate character, like
Yeah.
because he's so like me in real life. And so, do you have a character that's like that, or like a group of characters that you're saying these are fitting into this archetype?
That's tough because like I try to think about my favorite characters even from just the animes we've talked about today. Like I'm not gonna say like my favorite characters in total because I have to think about it more. But like even just like from JJK, it's like I think about like Nobra. Like I don't know, her character was like this independent, like kind of strong female character, but at the same time she had that side to her that was like still like like fun but also like feminine. Like it's she I don't know, it's a very interesting dynamic. I don't really know the word for it. Like
I think feminine is good. Like despite everything, despite being a shonen, it's not about she is the damsel of distress. She's the power. Like she has powers and she's powerful, but she's not like played like she's just a muscle girl, like a masculine, like feminine. No, she has the feminine side up in there, but she still is like no, she does her cool stuff and is still her own independent character.
It's interesting. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of because there's tons of other characters, but like I don't know if they all fit into like the same mold.
Well, I mean, say the Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen
fits in that mold.
I think she fits in that mold, but she's a little different in the sense that like I think she's a little bit more kind of punk rock, so she's not fitting in the mold anyway. Like she doesn't fit in the mold of like, I'm gonna have to be like feminine or I have to be this or I have to be that. It's like she's already kind of doing her own thing anyway.
Yeah, but she is still feminine.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I mean, she is. But like I think it's very Spider-Man-esque, like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, and you know, to like you don't fit the mold anyway. You know what I mean? But her specifically, like she's definitely not fitting the mold of like a conventional female character, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like I'm still bit puzzled by the question. So like an archetype I would fit in, or like archetype I like
that you like.
Okay, I was like other fitting, so it's a bit more difficult. But archetype I like a good like there's at least there's the piece of shit villains who might have like a good point even though they're piece of shit that I really like in animes. That's why like some of my favorite like villain characters like in One Piece, and it's like Rob Lucci or Katakuri. Is he even a villain that no, it don't matter. Or like
Doflamingo?
Doflamingo, yeah, well Doflamingo, but Doflamingo is because like he's evil to the core. I like that. I don't care that much, but it's like because there's something despicable on that level that's like doesn't speak to me. With Rob Lucci, it's like no, I believe in absolute justice. I have a belief that by law I am allowed to kill people. With Doflamingo, it becomes no, other people allow me because I've been born like this,
the
and
Disneyland fireworks.
that's like
our sound engineer is freaking out over the Disneyland.
yeah, I gotta love the Disney. But archetype, there was some archetype I like. I'm trying to think.
Is Rob Lucci really like justice above all though? He seems very self-serving.
It is self-serving, but it's like if he's let in free reign, he will kill. Like I think there is literally a point during the Luffy versus Lucci fight where he goes like I had to kill not only all the pirates but also the civilians as well because they were all in the same thing.
I don't think I would put Rob Lucci in the category of like justice above all else. Like I would put that blind admiral,
his justice above all else.
I would put the blind admiral in that category of like justice above all else because he believes in absolute justice.
Well,
Rob Lucci is entirely self-serving to fit his own ego.
Fujitora has that kind of absolute justice, but even then he's like is a little bit about the ironically the blind justice of like how to judge something and try to be as morally as like don't give.
But Rob Lucci does only stuff to fit his own ego.
Sure. Maybe it's just like I don't know, something about just like being just like cool about it. I don't know, something like that. I don't know why.
I hate Rob Lucci.
The fight. Maybe it's the fight. Maybe it's like I like the leopard design on him. It's just like it's pretty like an evil cat character.
I mean, the most evil part of Rob Lucci is the bird.
Yeah, Hattori.
I mean, like I feel like I've talked about this a lot, but like not on this podcast. Rob Lucci's bird Hattori is the actual most evil One Piece character because he has absolutely no reason to be evil. he's just a fucking pigeon. He chooses to be there. He chooses to wear his little outfit and top hat, and that's it. Like, he has no trauma. He has no like gain. He doesn't need money. Why is he doing it? Literally, why?
Well, Rob Lucci's taking care of him, so like
You don't know that. You have fucking no clue.
it seems like
Rob Lucci could be being taken care of by the bird. You don't
the bird's
know.
got like a suit and tie, I think. So like the
Yeah,
bird's,
but the bird's got something going on.
yeah, but he's being taken care of.
But why is
so-
he evil?
I don't know. He's a bird.
No, seriously, I'm
Yeah.
really asking you, why is that bird evil? Like, why is he choosing
Grown up
choosing
in
that?
But
next
they-
to Rob Lucci.
They live in a universe where animals.
But they
are-
never established that. Was the bird in Rob Lucci's backstory?
I don't remember if
I don't think
SBS
he
or
was.
They
Forrest
live in a,
is
we live in a the
So this
One Piece
bird
world.
just exists.
The One Piece world where animals are like sentient.
Okay, but does that not make him the most evil character in the whole show? Because he has no backstory, he has no reason. He's just evil. That makes him more evil than Rob
I
Lucci.
mean, there's a reason the bird's the way he is, probably.
Yeah, but you don't know that. And until Oda tells me what it is, I don't believe it.
I still think there are more evil characters than the bird. I just don't. The bird's is being. It's like the henchman of Rob Lucci, so I think the bird has a reason to be
You don't
evil.
know that he could be running the entirety of CP9.
There are more evil characters than the bird. Like, I don't think the bird's the most evil character. Also, it's a bird, so
He
it's
has
like.
no reason to be there.
But I would argue because the bird is being taken care of by Rob Lucci that.
You also don't know that. You keep saying that, but you
Why
don't
would
know.
you think it's not being
Because
taken care of?
how do you know that bird doesn't sail out to sea every day? He gets Rob Lucci a bird and he puts it on a stove and he makes it for Rob Lucci. How do you know? No, that's not happening.
I mean, I don't think there's like a Ratatouille situation going on with
you,
the
but
bird.
you don't know. And Oda hasn't told you.
I think that obviously the bird's
If
going to be
rats
loyal
can
to
help
Rob Lucci.
Sanji, why is the bird not helping him?
The bird's going to be loyal to Rob Lucci
Why?
because it's a bird. I don't know.
Drain
There's
dead.
no scene
Yeah.
where he's like, "Let me give this bird some seeds." I didn't see that.
We don't have to see it. We just have to know what happened.
I don't believe this shit.
We don't
think
have
that,
to see
I
everything.
think that bird is just pure evil. Genuinely.
All right.
There is no, and I want to put this in it. Can we get this in SBS?
There are
Yeah. we
I
can
really need to
just-
know. Like,
there
I
are
wanna
more
know.
characters that I think that are more evil than that bird.
Postcard to Oda. I'm in the meanwhile as this has been going, I'm trying to figure out like more of like archetypal characters
In any media too.
in
it
like in
doesn't have to
any
just be
okay. It
anime.
has. I'm just thinking like anime.
Yeah.
While like I love a good like former villain joining up. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Is like former villain joining up with the good guys, become a good guy. Zuko in
Yeah, you were gonna
Avatar:
say
The Last
that.
Yeah, that's the
Airbender,
best one.
and Viral from Gurren Lagann is like when that happens after a certain point of a show and he joins up after so many episodes of fighting
That's
against,
right.
and I'm like, oh shit, it's like these
is
powers
all
are given.
spoilers.
So it's,
Gurren Lagann's its own thing.
This
though.
is all spoilers.
It's
I'm
not
not
an
saying-
ongoing series.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
ended
Gurren
up, like,
Lagann's been
okay.
over for like a long time.
But it's like I love a good character that's like a villain who's like, all right, I'm joining up with you. And there are other elements, but it's like for spoiler reasons, maybe not going more for.
You
it,
should
but
watch
it's just,
Veronica
like-
Mars. There's a really good example of that in Veronica Mars.
All right, okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you say there's a good example of that,
Yeah.
I'll check out Veronica Mars.
Because
at
I
some
had
point.
that used to be my favorite archetype as well. Like Zuko and the character from Veronica Mars were like my two favorite characters for like a really long time. And then I like switched over to the disheveled, mentally ill businessman. And I don't know how that happened.
So I don't want to spoil anything either. There's another one I'm thinking about in my head that happens.
What show can you say?
I can't. I
Okay,
feel like it's
all right, all right.
because it's
But I
like
mean,
What
the
show?
most. It's like the most recent thing we've
What
seen.
show?
Daredevil.
oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh
in the
shit.
newest
Okay,
episode.
that's
Okay.
good. I didn't see
Yeah.
the new season, so
After-
I'm excited.
This episode's posted, there's going to be a link in the description to the spoiler version of everything we're talking about. So we'll go to that after this. So if you want to know all the spoilers about this week's content, it'll be spoiler-filled JoJo, spoiler-filled Daredevil, and spoiler-filled Jujutsu Kaisen. We're going to do it every week to talk about the new episodes. So, but that won't be right now. It'll be in the link.
All right.
But yeah. So yeah, I mostly just kind of wanted to talk about the archetype stuff right now, but
Archetype. That's my favorite archetype of like, yeah. It's like,
The
I
bad
was
guy
getting-
becomes good guy.
Yeah,
type.
and it's, yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like, can we actually trust them? I don't like when it's like the characters are so stupid that they're done. No, it has to be earned, or something has to happen. Like be like, okay, we're allies, or even if it's even just a short while. I could say so many One Piece examples, but
I know, but Luffy does that where he's like, all right, I trust you.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh yeah.
That's like a big.
Luffy goes with his gut though a lot of the time. Like Luffy, I think like has a good radar for who's a good guy and not a bad
Yeah.
guy.
Well,
like, you know.
I mean,
So
There's
most of
a
the time.
character that's still reoccurring in One Piece that they still they keep making you think this is a bad guy character, and they haven't done anything bad for over like 600 episodes, and they keep doing good stuff, and I keep going, this character's a bad guy, this character's gonna do something bad, but like hasn't. So I don't know whether or not this is a bad guy or not. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I do know who you're talking about, and all I'm gonna say is catch up.
Is it a bad guy?
Catch up.
Do you
We're
know what
not
I'm talking
answering the
about?
question.
there was a couple, two.
There's
not
one
answering the
character
question.
that has shown up like over the course of like the whole anime. Well, not the whole anime.
Well, since what arc do you need to where was this
Where's
character?
this character
introduced?
introduced?
I feel like that's gonna spoil it if she remembers.
I don't know if I specifically remember. I think it was
Catch
introduced
up.
Underwater. Maybe?
Okay. Now
No?
I know what you're talking about.
Might
yeah.
be wrong.
Catch up. She's almost on
Do you know what I'm
Egghead.
talking about?
I think I do.
Yeah, I think I'm also.
I think we both know. There's only one person you could possibly be talking about.
But this person has only done good things the last
Yeah, but
3
that's
times
like-
I've saw them.
That's like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
not wrong, but also catch up.
I
A
don't know.
lot happens in Egghead. Like, if you are not caught up on One Piece, or you stopped Wano for some reason, now's the time to catch up.
It's going like
Yeah.
choo here we go. Finally, engines are going fast. We're nearing. Well, I don't say nearing the end, but
It
actually the
is.
engine is
It-
like we're
it is
getting
nearing the
more
end.
pace. We're
Like,
getting more pace on this. Stuff.
People have like, I meet people all the time who like One Piece or have like just like seen a little bit of One Piece or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's the One Piece? The power of friendship?" Like, I'm so fucking tired of hearing that. If one more person says that to me, I swear I'm gonna.
I know.
I can't say what
I
I'm gonna
just
do.
got in an argument with somebody at Starbucks because they were saying like I was like, oh yeah, watch One Piece, and they're like, no, it's too long, and then they're like, yeah, I tried to watch the first season. And it's like I just don't want to watch a whole anime about somebody that just wants to be king. I was like,
That's not what
yeah.
it's about.
I was like, oh my god, like you don't even understand.
No, like okay,
and they thought Usopp was annoying.
most
which in the
people-
beginning-
you think that too.
Yeah, but in the beginning he's kind of like extra annoying. So I get it.
Usopp is just Jason.
He settles down a lot. Like Usopp settles down. Like he was really annoying when you first meet him.
Usopp is just Jason.
Yeah, maybe.
Our
but
friend Jason.
there are a lot more annoying One Piece characters other than Usopp now.
But Jason's a needed part of the party,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved him.
Sanji's the most annoying One Piece character.
I hate Sanji. I think
Yeah.
we said that last time, but I
Sanji's
hate
the
him.
worst character in One Piece. I don't get it.
Well, I feel I'm gonna get canceled for this take. Sanji's winning in a lot of the global polls, and I'm like thinking to myself, that's all dudes. That's all dudes that don't understand the point of One Piece that voted for Sanji.
I think.
If you understand the point of One Piece, you are not voting for Sanji.
I
You
think,
will vote for anybody else.
Yeah, but I think Sanji might also be winning that poll because of the live action as well. It's
Maybe.
it's playing a part in people's
You
votes.
think?
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't put past it because in the previously like how some characters who have not been popular and how they're being
Yeah.
like presented in like recent media or in the recent arc that usually boost their like of
Yeah.
course their like,
Well, this is
visibility.
also me as a woman saying this because I feel like I don't like Sanji because I don't like, and also a trans ally. I think, I am a trans ally. I'm joking, but it's like his arcs have made it really difficult for me to like him because of how he treats women, and the Kamaka
Kingdom.
yeah, like, and how that goes. Like, you kind of assume like he definitely is okay with trans people and understands trans people. Like you deal with Okiku and stuff like that. So it's like, and Ivankov, he like treats them all respectfully. But the problem is that it's still really awkward.
I don't think he ever knew anything about Okiku. And he also never lusted after Okiku.
Did he not? I think he,
Not to my knowledge. I don't think he ever
Dude,
did.
that's
but
transphobia
no.
then.
And at the same time, he didn't respect Yamato's pronouns,
Did he not?
right?
No. Yeah, he did.
But wasn't he
But
also?
he knows blood over
Yeah.
them, her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Him.
I don't yeah. Well, okay. Other people are probably in this boat. Before I watched One Piece, I had no idea what the deal with Yamato was, and it was all just a bunch of dudes posting on Twitter, like literally daily, thirst traps of Yamato and like huge titties and like everything, like who knows what's going on in the images, I won't say, but like, and so I had no idea about like their gender identity or anything like that, so I got stuck saying she for like ever.
The only thing with Yamato is like, I understand the convolutedness of the plot. Like, I'm not gonna get into it. Like, watch One Piece, get the Wano, like, see it for yourself, and then make your own
I
opinion.
actually don't mind explaining this if we
but
want to get into
my
it.
thing with the plot is it doesn't matter to me whatever's happening. If the character says this is what they are and this is what their pronouns
Yeah.
are, then that's what their pronouns
Yeah.
are. I don't care why they're saying it. They could say it for a stupid reason.
No, I agree with you.
But-
Yeah.
The one of the biggest points I saw about Wano and people in the argument of like they're like, I don't even understand why we're still having this argument about Yamato, is because in the entire arc of Wano, even the villains, the baddest people in the entire world, the people who were like, they want the entire world to burn and enslave an entire country, they're still getting the pronouns right for Yamato.
Yeah, well,
They were
it's
saying he, him.
confusing. It's confusing to
Yeah.
me who sees the fandom, doesn't understand, like, is there more to this story that I don't know? And then I catch up and I realize, well, no, there isn't more to this. There's no moment where Yamato goes, yeah, I go by she now.
Nope.
That's not like a thing that happens.
Yamato says they're he, him, and then even the bad guys respect
like
the pronouns.
Kaido constantly, it's like son.
And think
like,
about the reason for why Yamato goes by he, him. Kaido respects it still.
Yeah, well, that's a controversy. So like, when we had a friend that like tried to explain this to me, and the way it was explained to me was that neither was right, because
No,
in
it's he, him is
Japan,
correct.
Japan does not have proper pronouns, so neither is right. And they said the reason for that is that they identify as trans because they idolize somebody, not because they want to change their gender. And I was like, well, why does that really matter? Why? You know what I mean? But they were telling me, like, basically the fandom doesn't see it as a real gender identity because they're not trying to be a different gender. They're trying to be a different person.
I think that's where the confusion's coming from, though. Is Yamato's not identifying as trans. They're just pronouns are he, him.
Yeah. So you're saying it's not a trans issue. It's just respecting somebody's pronouns.
That's where the water's getting muddied.
Yeah.
Okiku is a trans character.
Yes.
Yamato, their pronouns are he, him. Like a gender neutral situation of like they understand.
Well, then that like non-binary people still count as in the trans category.
Well, they're in the trans umbrella. Yamato is under the trans umbrella.
Yeah.
But I think the confusion that the people are having online is thinking that trans is only black and white. Like you have to be this, you have to be that.
Yes.
But like just being, oh, I'm he, him, like as your pronouns, like then you're under the trans umbrella. Like that's where the conversation is getting a little muddied with people not understanding it. So.
Yeah, I mean, this is nice to hear you talk about because, again, I only talk to dudes about this. Like, Zomner's fine about it, but, like, you know.
It's why I'm confused. It's like, I can understand people arguing about it, but when when all of the enemies in Wano are also saying the correct pronouns, it's like, why are we even arguing about this? Yeah. You know? Like.
Well, it's been a very big argument for, like, the whole time.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That was
aware.
It shouldn't be. People are idiots.
Oh, I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just charts online.
It's why I hate Sanji so much, because, like, you got to think about it. Sanji, like, has had multiple opportunities. Like one was on that island, didn't everybody's training arc where they learned something and progressed as characters. Sanji didn't. Sanji didn't learn.
He learned how to skywalk.
Sanji didn't learn a thing
to get away from the trans people.
Yes, Sanji didn't learn a thing other than running away from cross dressers and trans people. And then he had another moment. Every arc he has something to learn. Like I'm not gonna spoil Wano, but he had a big learning point in Wano where he could have improved as a character. And now that I'm past Wano, he's still doing it. He's still, oh my God, Robin, oh my God, Nami. It's like, when will he ever not be like that? I don't get it. I don't
Oda,
understand.
As long as Oda thinks it's funny.
I don't understand it because
Oda married a Nami cosplayer. So, like, he's in that brain. You know what I mean?
He's never...
He also just in the last SPS, he's like, Nami doesn't wear underwear ever. So, I mean, he is kind of like that a little bit.
What does that mean? In the current in the current Egghead arc, if she wasn't, then
no. She is okay. It's it's the cost. If you see her in a costume and you don't see her having like underwear, then she's not wearing underwear.
Why would that have to be said?
Because some
he's-
weirdo asked that, and he said, "Yeah, this is how it is." Because people are like, "Yeah, they're in a really scanty."
Why
shirt.
would
What
somebody
are you saying?
ask if a character's wearing underwear?
Because they are freaks. Because One Piece attract freaks. There, I said it's for
don't
freaks by
understand it.
freaks.
I don't understand that at all.
They just want to know. They just need to know so that they can go to bed and have a good time.
Does
That's what they
Zoro
need.
wear underwear?
I hope not. Wait a minute.
That's
Wait,
not good.
do we as women
Yeah,
find
so
that
yeah.
attractive?
No,
Yeah,
we
no, we don't know.
That's
All right.
like the thing. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, and this is just like a real thing.
Yeah, it's not
More clothes on, man.
It's not attractive.
More. There's like maybe. There's only one man. Oh, there's maybe two men that I can think of where I want them to wear less clothes, and no one.
I just thought it was something funny. It's like
Not
it's
gonna
like
happen
people
for
thinking
most
like
people.
less clothes is like funny. It's like attractive. Like somebody saying like I'm not wearing underwear or something. It's like yeah, a guy came up to me and was like I don't have socks on right now. I feel like that's disgusting.
I know, I know a lot of women are different, but like I'm the kind of girly that's like put on a suit, put on a tie,
Yeah, no.
put on a bow tie, put on just like anything, anything that makes you look nice and fancy, and that's more attractive to me than you not wearing a shirt. And
But
I'd rather
like,
get fucked.
I feel like women
like
think
that.
I feel like women think like
A button up, please.
somebody being styled is attractive, where like men think like, ooh, she's not wearing underwear, that's attractive. Like,
If you dress like you were at work all day, I love you. Like that's it. Like
what kind of work are we talking about?
like you're going to work. Like you're buttoned up. You've
What
got
kind
you've
of
got
work
Yeah,
are we
slacks.
we work
talking
white
about?
collar,
Any of them, like
oil factory.
Any of the work?
No, not that. I guess like
the
mud
business,
factory.
business stuff, like a teacher, like a professor,
Garbage
like,
man.
like a professor works. Like that's. Thank you. Like I think it's just a thing. Like I think I hear that from a lot of my
Yeah.
women friends. It's like we want the men with the
That's
clothes
different.
on.
That's different. That's like, being stylish. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I
but
just think
also find me a woman that wants men with clothes off.
find
That isn't like Magic Mike level, guys.
find you a woman that wants a man with clothes off.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah. All right, I get what-
Priests also count.
but I think like being stylish is also what you're saying though. Like men in suits, it's like, okay, yeah, I can get why that would be attractive, but it's the same thing of like women in dresses.
Men don't get to say that though. Yeah, they do. It's fine. You can say whatever you
Yeah,
want. But,
it's just like an
but
attractiveness
no,
of
yeah,
like,
yeah, I get it. But I don't know. Like
but I don't know why. Like now I'm going to have to go back and look at all the arcs of the outfits Nami was wearing and understand
That she's not
why
wearing
she
underwear.
would not wear underwear. Yeah.
Okay, I want to get back to this though. Like, why do you think that if a guy, I say a guy's just wearing jeans, right?
Yeah.
He comes into a bar and he hits on you, and he's like, "I'm not wearing panties right now." How
Oh,
does
the
that make
man
you-
says that to me?
Yeah.
He says panties.
Yeah, he's like, I guess.
Oh.
What do men call their underwear? What do you call your
Yeah.
underwear?
Pants,
Thongs.
undies.
Yeah, like I'm not wearing undies right now,
Yeah.
ladies.
That's-
that sounds fucking.
But but nobody's
okay, but I'm serious. He's like, hey, I don't have any boxers on right now.
nobody's going to say that though.
Yeah,
Like-
but that's what women sometimes come up.
No,
and say
I think
to
that's
men.
like an early 2000s 90s cliche in like a movie.
I've said it once at a bar.
Yeah, but like it's not it's early 2000s. It's like
But just imagine.
I
just
think
for a minute.
I think it's usually those in the context for like women who are wearing like a dress or like a skirt or something, and then that's like
Yeah.
the intrigue and
all
look.
right, how about-
That's
if
the
a guy
difference.
wears in jeans,
Scottish,
okay,
okay,
how do I
Scottish
know?
kilt,
Like-
kilt.
No,
He's
that's-
wearing a kilt, and
that's
he
the-
comes to
okay,
you,
but-
and he says he's not wearing underwear. Actually, that is hot.
I
Wait,
think that's the difference. Is it because when it's a dress or a skirt, it's like open air. It's like I don't know, something sexy about that. I think if
Okay.
they're like if they come to me and they're wearing like
the
an
man
entire
is nodding
if-
behind
if-
the camera.
if a guy comes to me and he's wearing an entire suit, a suit jacket, button down shirt, dress
yeah, that's
pants,
scary.
and then he's like, I don't have any underwear on. Like, it's just a lot. Like you didn't put underwear on, you put an entire suit on. Like that's a lot. It's like the idea of why men love sundresses so much.
I actually got really grossed out by that.
No.
That's a nice suit. Please put
yeah,
underwear
yeah.
on.
Why is your dick just against this like the pants? It's just gonna be
Yeah.
like dirty.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no,
Ugh.
like but it's
no.
why men love sundresses so much.
Yeah. Do they? I don't
They
know.
do because
Yeah,
it's like
sure.
a whole thing. Never mind.
We should do a poll about this and actually get real human responses. See.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back at
I
Nami's
need
outfits.
to know, like,
Because I think it's impractical that she wouldn't be. I
Yeah.
think he must just be messing with whoever asked that question.
Yeah, could be.
Because it's
no,
impractical.
he's a freak like that though. Have you read the other SBSs?
No. don't
Yeah,
think so.
sometimes he answers questions that me and Zomner think it's him writing to himself.
Yeah.
There's a guy, you know the name of
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
What's his name?
Sanachi, Sandachi or Sanachi.
Yeah.
Is the guy's name. And
He
it's
could be
just like,
doing that.
it's
Yeah,
like,
writing questions. So
Yeah, he
himself.
writes in creepy questions saying, "Oh," he goes, "Haha, you thought you could get me, but it's you again," and he answers them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still getting surprised in Egghead right now because like half the shots in Egghead are from like a woman's butt perspective,
Yep.
and I'm like, what is happening?
I
right
mean,
now?
to be fair, they got like Egghead took some liberties. with the
Egghead
costumes.
Yeah, that's-
took some liberties
yeah.
with the
Like,
outfits here.
Robin, I feel like, is the only one that's acknowledged that she feels badass dressing like that.
Yeah.
The rest of them is just like, this
because
is how you dress.
Robin's outfit, like I actually could see her like maybe not as much skin showing, but like I could see her being like putting something like that on.
Well, yeah, she likes that shit.
She wore that kind of stuff in Alabasta, but
Yeah.
a little bit more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like she wore that kind of stuff at Annie's Lobby.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. Like, but also, why would they? All the female characters have outfits like that in Egghead, but like all the men characters have like stupid like either button downs or like
Wait
full.
till you see Zorro.
Wait,
Wait.
has Zoro not gotten an outfit yet?
Yeah, no, because he's at the ship.
Zoro hasn't gotten an outfit yet.
I'm just gonna tell you what, like, I don't think Zorro ever looked better.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my judgment until Zoro gets his outfit because I'm not. I kind of didn't realize that he didn't have one.
Brooke
Okay.
also didn't have one either.
Brooke hasn't has an outfit.
Yeah,
because
they
he's the
didn't
both on
have
the
to get
ship.
their outfit.
Well, they're having like tea time on the ship, and I kind of like that.
That's
Yeah.
really cute of them. They never get to spend time
Yeah,
together.
that is nice. Okay, I will hold my judgment until because I don't like it that none of the men have a sexualized outfit. But if Zoro gets a sexualized
Zorro,
outfit,
absolutely.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
Zorro's 100% sexualized
Also,
the entirety of
doesn't
Egghead.
that end the debate between people who argue about Sanji and Zoro? Who's better if they don't sexualize Sanji but they do Zoro? It's like
Yeah, well, like, I want to know, like, genuinely, like, I'm sure to 10 people that are going to watch this, like, is there any women that actually like Sanji? Like, is there women in the world? Do you have friends? Anybody who actually would be friends and date Sanji if he was a real
I
person?
think it's the idea
because you really, like, really think about
But
it.
I think it's the idea of like if you think about who Sanji is, like if he like he's dedicated to not like there's a reason why Nami and Robin just let Sanji be the way that he is. It's because he's like taking care of them hand over foot.
Yeah.
Like they like why would they fight Sanji being weird like that and over sexualizing them when like they're getting anything they want from him?
Well, Robin always slaps him, and so does Nami most of the time.
But he probably enjoys it.
You're probably right.
He probably does.
I mean, I guess that would be a little more fitting if he was like, "You're drinking 2 different cups of coffee right now."
Didn't have to.
I
make a
just
notice
fucking
for it,
noticed
just
that.
Well, I just figured I was gonna go through the one, so I needed the other.
Okay.
Because I started this
Interesting.
one, but I realized it was smaller cup
Coffee
of coffee.
time.
So then I was like, well,
Oh.
just in case I finished a smaller cup of coffee, I was kind of making sure that I had like a bigger cup.
Oh. All right. Well, you know what? You go, girl.
But then I started drinking out of both of them, so now I got like half, like I got like a little bit of coffee in each.
I think it probably keeps the temperature.
No, that one,
Normal.
the other one's ice cold.
Oh.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Oh.
Old
Well,
coffee.
no, it's an ice cup. You're just slamming it.
The other
Okay,
one's, the
okay,
other one's a
okay.
heavy cup.
So wait. What's like the equivalent for women then, if somebody comes up to you and they're like, "I'm not wearing underwear." What could a guy say to get you to be like, "Oh, interesting that you've said that." Like, what is our equivalent? Because I don't know. Like, I feel like I cannot think of a single thing that a guy could come up to me and say,
Like a pickup line.
yeah, that would be similar to "I'm not wearing any underwear" if I was to say it to a guy. That's like really hard.
I don't know. I don't think I have like one line that would be like that's like the
Yeah, but
end all.
not for you specifically, just like the equivalent of that line. Like
clothing or like
Yeah.
like some wealth or like equipment like I
like
was,
if they
thinking
came
car,
up to
but
me and like,
no,
"Oh, I just got this cool new Rolex," that would be a dickhead thing to do. I would not. I'd be like, I don't fucking care.
show your wealth.
But like, what? That's like a showing wealth thing. But like, what's like a thing they could say? That's like a here's me being sexy overtly. to a woman. Like, I'm not wearing my wife beater right now. Like,
I don't think it's a thing that would be said. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't think of anything that somebody would say that'd be like.
You know what I thought of? I thought of Gambit throwing a card at me and then it landing. I'd be like, oh, that's so hot. Like, but that's not real, and that's nothing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but what's the point of that?
I don't fucking know. All right, that's what I thought. Like, it's what I'm imagining myself at a bar.
I love
I'm
that. I love
imagining-
that he broke character because of how stupid that was.
Because I'm trying to think of hot things that people could do to
He
pick me up at a
started
bar, and it's
laughing at
not
you.
very many things.
Like, it made no sense. Like, I love Gambit's energy towards Rogue, but, like, if I'm at a bar and somebody throws a card at me, like, I'm going to be
well,
like,
you
what
know
the-
it's Gambit
I'd
in
be like,
this
what the
universe, all
fuck?
right? You would know it
Yeah,
was him.
if he's going to throw a card at me at a bar, and charge it first, because I just, at that point, put me out of my misery. Like,
I don't know. Like, I really can't. I think men are doomed.
I don't know, because it's tough. It's like, what would work on me? It's like, if Nightcrawler, like, teleported onto my lap, like, probably going to work. That's a good move.
Maybe. I'm not really into Nightcrawler. I see him like a little kid, so I don't think about him like
Yeah,
that.
well,
That's just me,
because
though.
in the new
No, he's an
animated,
adult. I just don't.
you see him as a child.
Well, no, like, because, like, in all of my characters that I like in X-Men, or I'll treat him like a little brother. So it's kind of like, for me, I don't really see Nightcrawler
Yeah,
in
but
that way,
in the-
except that one time he's on a cover with Wolverine and he's just like dick out.
Oh, yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen
like
the
that's
image
the
of
only
that.
time I was like, whoa,
Why did they do that?
whoa, I don't know.
They-
Like Wolverine's looking at him like,
He's just sitting in the
yeah,
table.
like he's like, oh fuck,
Is that real?
Yeah,
it
that's
is
real. They were thinking like they were just put it as a joke, and it's like ain't no way like the editorial are
Yeah,
gonna allow it, and then they just publish it, and it's just like
Really?
It was good. It's some good stuff. But yeah, that's like the only time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
anyway.
to answer the question, I don't think there is anything that
Yeah.
men can say.
What do you think Nightcrawler does with his tail?
Because the equivalent, the reason it's so hot
Yeah.
that people consider it to be hot when
Uh-huh.
women say like I don't have underwear on is like because it's like when you wear a dress or a skirt, it's like a whole like it's disgusting, but it's like a whole like ease of access situation for men.
I mean, I don't think it's disgusting for women not to wear underwear.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh.
Like it's disgusting to talk about,
Oh,
but like I
oh.
think that's where the line is. Like I don't know if that's what they think, but like that I'm assuming that's why. It's a sundress thing. Men love sundress season. Yeah.
I really can't think of anything that a man
yeah.
could say.
I think.
What could a
there's-
man say to you?
Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments or something. Yeah, really,
Yeah.
like somebody answer me.
Yeah, put your
like-
pickup lines in the comments.
Yeah, please.
so
I
we
need to.
know.
I
Yeah.
need to know because this is really an unfair
I
market.
don't know why I
then.
looked at Zomner and saw him with his glasses
Yeah.
on. Like a man stumbles over to me at the bar. I don't got my glasses on right now.
That would work. See, that would work on me though. Help me find my glasses.
He can't-
Hey,
he can't see shit.
Yo, remember? Were you here for that? I don't actually think you were there for this.
What?
Me and Brett go to a bar. No, you might have been. Was it the security guard?
You and Brett walk into a bar. Ow.
Yeah, that happened all the
Oh.
time. Anyway, it was I think after Ash's wedding. We go to a bar and the security guard there was reading The Lord of the Rings. And he's like really hot. Like he's like ridiculously like normie guy hot. And I'm like, why is he reading like The Two Towers right now? Like he's like literally just reading the book. And then like these really fake ass ladies, Philly ladies, of course, come up to him and they're like, oh my God, you like to read. And he's like, yeah, I mostly like Game of Thrones and I like D&D novels and I like and he's going on about all these really cute books. I'm like, I've read all of these. What is happening? These girls are just like, just a man that reads is so amazing. Like, and they're like clearly being fake as shit. And like he doesn't want anything to do with them. Like he's ready to go back to that book. He wants them to be
He's
like
the security guard.
yes. Like
Did he let these girls into the bar?
yeah.
Oh.
So then he starts talking about D&D and like I'm like invested at this point. I'm just listening and listening and listening. And then they started like insulting him at this point because like D&D is a red flag to women. And then they're like, D&D, what do you mean you play like board games with your friends? And he's like, well, it's not a board game. You know, you use your imagination and blah, blah, blah. I'm really into like, you know, centuries, the castles and shit.
So
Like
he
he was
kicked these ladies
he was
out.
being really cute about it. And like then eventually he just is so sick of him. He just goes, I just really would like to read my book again, please. Because they started like kind of heckling him a little bit. I felt so fucking bad for him. And so I went up to him and I go, hey, I overheard that and I am so sorry. I fucking love The Lord of the Rings. And then we started talking about The Lord of the Rings, and I was like, bro, have you ever read Ari Salvatore? Have you ever read these books? Like, have you ever read, like, Dragonlance? Like, that kind of shit. And he's just like, oh, my God, yeah, I have a blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I play D&D every Sunday. He went off. He was so cute. Like, his looks did not, like,
Was
as
it like
many
a
such
nerd
cases.
bar, or was it like
No, it was just like a regular sports bar. Like,
I mean,
it was crazy. Like, and I like, was so tempted to like get his info and like friend him or whatever, but I didn't wind up doing it. And I was like, have a nice night.
At a sports bar, that's kind of rough. That's why it's like a sports bar.
Yeah, but it just, I felt like it was like one of those situations that I find myself in very often where like I look how I look, which maybe to some people isn't very nice, but to most people is. And they assume that I'm not like a real fan of anything, or I couldn't possibly be into those things, especially with how I dress so professionally most of the time. And then it's like it throws like a regular ass dude for a loop, and they'll be like, "What do you mean you don't like football?" Or "What do you mean you don't like this thing?" And it's like, "Well, no, I sit at home and I rewatch Iron Fist that's 10 years old for some reason, and I played Disco Elysium and like dumb shit. Like, can you be like more quiet?"
Hopefully the microphone picked all that.
Jesus
I'm sorry,
Christ!
but that just was getting.
Anyway, like it's just so weird to me, like how like when you're more attractive, you get like really stereotyped. You know what I mean? Like into being, this kind of like, oh, you couldn't possibly be a nerd. You couldn't possibly, like these things. And I think that that's really weird.
I think that is some cultural like shit that's been going. But I'm at least how I've seen with people. Like a lot of people said it used to be much more worse. You get more bullied about that shit. Like
Yeah.
20 or like even later than about that, but like even 20 or like maybe like 15 years ago. But like people are like, it's become more and more acceptable to be into nerd stuff, whatever level you are. And then like, and now people are more in talk about D&D, and that's even like, even so it's popular, but it's still like, what's D&D, what is role playing? A lot of people understand that, or like don't have never heard of that, but people still are into it and more acceptable to talk about it, which is, I think it's great. And I mean, it's if that guy had his time, great, but at the same time it's like, that can definitely feel bad if other people will be like bothering you about it. I'm thinking about, I have a friend in Finland who's really into RPGs, really into like all this like artsy stuff and everything. And what does he do for a job right now? He's a security guard for like it's a very rough job for like working not 9 to 5 but like odd hours, and having to be in the like not arrest, you cannot arrest people, but you still have to wait for the take people to wait until the police come, and it's pretty rough. But it's like, for like, I only know him as a role player, so it's very hard to see him as a security guard. So it's like people do what they have to do, and it's just like you never know.
Yeah, it's also just like weird. What is profiling the right word? Like,
yeah, but people don't like the standard nerd. I feel like they don't always, like, you can't always tell a book by its cover anymore. Like, I feel like
no,
nowadays with things being so common, like even like Stranger Things, everybody loving that. It's like they play
that
D&D.
Doesn't mean anything anymore. Yeah,
they played D&D and Stranger Things, so more people are familiar with D&D,
and more people are more aware of One Piece than ever. So it's like random places just talking about One Piece, and just,
well, that
so
makes
crazy.
me happy, because at least like there's, I'll say this since I know I'm wrong. There's normally no way to misconstrue the meaning of One Piece. People do, I guess, now that I'm learning.
Tons of ways.
I'm learning now that that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people really just love the bad guys, and then they use that to be evil.
Yeah.
But no, I do think like it's really weird, especially with like the way Marvel got really popular and blew up. Like it brought a bunch of, like non-nerdy people into the community of like comics and all this kind of stuff, and like. Then you get the whole like fake fandom thing. You get like the Gamergate, apparently Comicsgate, apparently all these other gates, you know what I mean, that have happened over the years, where it's like keep the women out and keep these normie people out of our fandoms and blah blah blah. And like, but now it's just like a normal part of life to go and watch like the weekly like Marvel show, or watch the the whatever Marvel movie's out. Like that's part of like life now for everybody.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because it's like you might not like one everybody like in the fandom like, oh, I've been a fan of this for so long,
Yeah.
like whatever. But then it's like, yeah, but at the same time, like, if we don't have everybody in the fandom, then like if you don't let normal everyday people just in, like, you don't get 2 seasons of live action One Piece. You don't get
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
multiple seasons of like, you know, Iron Fist, Daredevil, and all that stuff. You don't get like
They
the
didn't-
Marvel
They didn't
Cinematic.
need them, but yeah.
But you know what I mean, though. Like, you don't get like all of these things that like. Yeah, as long as it's done correctly, like not like maybe some of those shows that weren't done the best, but like, you know, you wouldn't be getting this right now. You know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as much of a cash cow as it is.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that, and I do think like it's important. I'm so the opposite of a gatekeeper when it comes to that
Yeah.
stuff. I want people to be into the shit that I'm into.
Yeah, maybe some of it doesn't come out the best, like
Yeah.
because it's so mass produced now. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
like, yeah, it's not the best, but at least
It's happening.
I'd rather like an oversaturation than like an undersaturation, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to the way that shit was. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want the yellow spandex joke to ever be made again in my life. You know what I mean? Where they're like, "Oh, what would you want us to wear? Yellow spandex."
What was that show you just watched? The really good one? It was like, was it X-Men related or was it like mutant related? It was like it had Doorman in it.
Oh, Wonder Man.
Yeah.
That's Avengers, but yeah, no, that was I didn't really talk about that. Wonder
Yeah.
Man was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a
Still
good
need to
that,
check
but
it out.
that's like
Like-
one that I feel like Wonder Man is a prime example of like it's a really wonderful the way they shot it and everything, like it was done so well, but like you never would have got that.
Yeah, I agree. I think like that's such a out of pocket show, like in the way that it's filmed and presented to us as an audience is so different than any other Marvel show. And I don't know, I really enjoy it. And I think like a lot of people are too hung up on the fact that he's black and just won't watch it. And that's like their problem, frankly,
Yeah,
because
but
that
it's-
guy's really good in the role, and
Yeah.
you clearly haven't read enough Wonder Man or the right era of Wonder Man anyway, to give a shit.
But not just like Wonder Man, I'm more saying like in general, like there's a lot of shows that have come out that like probably never would have seen the light of day
Yeah,
if like we didn't get the mass onboarding that the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like
yeah,
the golden age of like, you know, what was it over the course of like 10 years
yeah.
took them to create that storyline, all leading all the way up to like Avengers Endgame Part 1 and 2. It's like without that, like none of those shows probably would have ever existed.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question now. We're approaching the end,
Right.
and so I want to wrap this up with a relating question. If you guys could have any superpower, what would you pick? You can start, Zomner.
All right. I think one of the there's probably other cooler powers out there, but one superpower I think about, especially like for a context of like watching One Piece for a long, and it's just like I'm just like, what would be like a cool ability? Not that's in the show, but one thing I've thought about. I think it's just like being able to like, it's like a superpower that's cool and like and then completely fully is to control metal, like not in like a Magneto way, like magnetic stuff, but like on a level of like I can turn into metal, I can then mold that metal whatever shape and form I want. And it's like that's something I've had this idea, like I don't know if that's really useful in everyday life, but it's just like I think that's a superpower that's like, oh, you can turn into like a metal wall, or you
feel
can take
like
a metal
that's-
it's done a lot of time. I think it might be because I saw the Terminator and like 2 like very young age, and T-1000 was the sickest shit of like liquid metal, and then it was like and then into like knives and stuff. I think that's what affected me. I've been thinking about that for a long time. So
Kind of like Mr. One in a sense.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
but
say
he's
a little
but he
bit.
only does blades. He never does like he doesn't do a
Yeah.
hammer. Why does he turn
Well,
into
he-
like a control metal like
He
touching?
doesn't have the
it?
metal though.
Creative.
He's the sharp.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
the
that's
slice
true, you can
slice.
only
The
make-
dice
you
dice.
can
for
only
me.
Slice, dice. Yeah, but it reminds me of like the
Yeah, it's that.
That's
But
like
I
a
wanted
mix
more
between
of that.
Colossus and Magneto.
Colossus
a
is
little bit.
also cool.
Yeah. A lot of Colossus heads. Your answer, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think about the answer to this question. It's I don't know how to express like what I'm thinking, because like at first I thought I can't figure out the like a way to answer this without having a flaw to my power. At first I thought like
scared.
No, at first I thought like a time stop situation, but where I don't stop. But then I would continue aging. So if I stop time and I continue aging because I don't stop, then that's going to be
Does Dio age when he stops time?
I have no idea.
But that's going to be a problem. So then I'm like, oh, maybe like I can stop my aging. But if I stop my aging so I can like do stuff, like say I want to like study a new language, like I can stop my aging. Like, or I could just never age and that would be basically be immortal, but I'm still like not immune to getting hurt. I'm still not immune to disease. Like, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, it's not like an immortality. I don't want to just say immortality. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because then you're not immune to like tons of stuff. Like, I want to be able to like compress time, and I don't know a proper way of saying that.
Huh.
Like, if I want to learn a new language, or I want to learn something, or I want to like go do something, or I want to visit another country, like I can compress time. So like for you guys, it doesn't even seem like any time has passed, but for me, I was able to do it all in a compressed, you know what I mean? But I don't want to. I don't want to age faster by doing it.
Yeah. Well, then it would just be like, it would literally be Dio's power, but like you could just go do whatever you want, not age.
Like some way that I can stop time, so I can do something.
It's
but
like a partial like
astrophysicists need to explain how we can
I know
do
there
this.
has to be a negative to the power. I can't just stop time and then just like do whatever.
yeah, I don't
want.
know. Like that will require, if you don't want to age, that requires you stopping entropy of like decay in the universe, which then has its own issues on like a physical level of like, okay, how is the universe going to react to that? So yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
but it's cool.
You could stop everything, and that would include your aging. I mean, like.
But
yeah,
like if I stop time and everything, and I can still freely do stuff in the stopped time, like there has to be a downside. Like, am I still aging? If I'm not aging,
it's your
like,
fucking superpower.
I know, but I can't make
it.
I can't make like an all powerful superpower. There has to be like a
I mean,
downside.
not necessarily. No.
Yeah, there has to be a downside.
Is there a downside to him turning himself into metal?
Tons of downsides. Yeah, that's a horrible power.
But he can do it at will.
Yeah, I know, but I understand what you're saying. But like, I can't just be like, oh, I can just endlessly live in a void of like, a void. Yeah, I just want to be able to exist in a void, like a vacuum. Let me go into a void that I can bring things into.
Okay.
Let me stay in like a
nothing
hyperbolic
happens.
time chamber.
Okay.
Let me go into a void that I can bring whatever I want in there with me. Live in there for however long I want, where nothing changes, not even me. And when I come back out of the void, it's exactly the way it was when I left.
Yeah, hyperbolic
time
chamber.
Hyperbolic time
What
chamber.
are you bringing in there?
Anything I want. Like, I can bring whatever I want in, so I can like study. I can watch a whole show. I could like run a marathon in there if I wanted to. And then the second I come out of the void, I come out exactly where I am from the time I went in. That's what I want. I want like a hyperbolic time chamber that is like inside
a pocket universe.
A pocket universe.
Yeah, I would take that and just at least play, all the runs in Baldur's Gate I could.
Well, yeah, but
that's what I would do.
You're gonna get tired of that eventually.
No, I would not.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? So like 1 second I could be sitting here, and then the next second I could be like, I literally I just read an entire book. Yeah, that's that's my power.
Sure,
yeah.
You just want more time to do shit. It's what I'm hearing.
I just want more time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. I can't do anything about that.
Well, darn.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what one I'd pick. It's been my fucking same answer forever.
Right, and that's Zomner. That obviously she's.
How do you not know?
Yeah, pick.
You're literally you've known me the longest.
Tell her
like,
what
come
she's
on.
gonna pick.
Yeah,
Zomner.
of course. I will tell
you right
Belle
now.
what the power is. And
No, there's no way you guys can't just guess what I'm gonna say.
At the same time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay,
Okay, I was gonna say.
1, 2, 3.
Telepathy.
Phoenix.
Yeah, telekinesis. No, not telekinesis.
No.
Telepathy.
Yeah,
Telepathy.
I was like.
I would take both, but I would like telepathy.
Read minds.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, well, if I can add in Jean's entire situation. Yeah, I'd take Jean's whole situation. But I'll just take telepathy. I'm fine with that.
That sounds horrible.
But I need it because I'm
just read people's minds.
I don't know. I do the best I can. There's only one mind I didn't read,
I
right?
understand. But like, I mean, I'm not ragging on you guys, but like picking metal and reading minds is kind of lame. Like, you can pick
it's
any
not.
power
I
you
don't
want.
understand
You can
people.
pick any power you want, and you're like,
All I want to do is understand people.
I picked a pocket universe, like freeze time.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm not so creative as you. Jeez.
It's not being creative. It's just literally like,
Sorry, Ramona Flowers. 'Cause I don't know. 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 I
Does she have a pocket universe?
Yeah, she does.
Ramona Flowers has a
She's
pocket
literally
universe.
got
I've
a
never read.
bag. It's a fucking pocket universe.
Am I thinking of a different Ramona Flowers?
No, I just don't know that it was in the movie. It's in the comic though, right?
I only saw the movie. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You people. All right, one more question, then we're gonna wrap it
All
up.
right, one more question.
Right.
What do you consider your superpower in real life?
Like we have one.
You don't literally have one, but like, what's a basic thing that you can do? It's like a cool thing you can do that you consider your superpower in real
I'm
life.
kind of Team Cap on this one, though. I don't want to reveal my powers.
Yeah.
What?
Just the
All right, what's your
standard.
power?
My power. That's a tough one. I used to be if it's like a physical ability, like a weird thing you could do. I'd say like, oh, I could put both of my like feet behind my back, but I can only do it.
I can
while,
put my
like,
whole fist in my mouth.
Wait, can you really?
No.
Oh,
But like on a like actual, I was trying to think it's probably some mental like.
Oh,
ability,
he's
but
using
I was,
it on me
like,
right
like,
now.
a bit, like,
It's a mental
yeah,
powers.
right, yeah, that's my power. Yeah. No, I don't think it's like a superpower. Like, I think it's just like. I mean, it's the cliche. It's just like empathy. I don't know if that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
superpower. That's a
I mean,
general
yeah, that
That's
comes
not
down
a
to
power.
telepathy.
That's a
ability.
that's like a disadvantage. It's like a negative.
Sometimes it is.
I'd say that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just so empathetic. Guys.
Captain Empath. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's yours, Allie?
My superpower?
Yeah.
I would say.
Being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would say like my ability. It's like a. I don't know if you would consider it a superpower or like in D&D with like modifiers. Like I would feel like all of my modifiers, like most of them are just put into like charisma with like my ability to like persuade out, like, you know what I mean? Like I think when I'm talking to people, I have like you know how like people always used to tell me like I look very like approachable or I look like I can be touched for no reason. That's different, but you know what I mean? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I used to get it all the time.
So you took us.
Like,
Go ahead.
You remember we used to go out all the time and people would just like touch me randomly and then I'd be
I
like,
think there was a different reason for that. I think there was.
oh, I thought it was because I looked really like approachable.
No, it's because you looked something else.
All right, maybe I don't want to unpack that right now.
Yeah. I don't think so.
But like, yeah, no, like when I'm at work or when I'm out in my day-to-day life, like I have like an ability to like talk to people, and I think that would be like, it's not like a superpower, but it's like I like that I'm able to do that.
So do you know that Jeff went up to two people randomly in England and he just like talked to them out of nowhere? Three random people just sitting at a bar. And he
That's
just, like, joined
crazy.
them.
He talked to 3 people.
No, like I'm sorry, but I think that's crazy.
I probably talked to people.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say, do you think that's totally fine?
No,
that he
that's
did that?
100% acceptable. I talk to strangers every day.
But you work with strangers. every
No,
day.
like I ask, like a stranger could come up, I'll ask them a personal question. So I'm not scared to do that. I had a stranger teaching me.
No, I like when that happens,
Yeah.
but like I would never like
Oh,
go
if
so out
I'm
of my
out
way.
in another country, I'm absolutely going to talk to strangers. I'm in another country. Why would I not talk to the natives of the country? You know?
All right, I guess I'm just fucking psychopath.
If you go to another country and never talk to anybody, did you even go to the country?
I don't know, but I would go with a friend. I hope.
Yeah, but your friend's also not talking to anybody, so it's like,
Somebody's got to initiate it.
yeah.
Wow, everyone I travel with is boring as fuck.
No, I
guess.
100% would just talk to strangers. That sounds like what you're supposed to do when you travel.
All right, well, you know what?
I
Fine.
asked this lady,
Fine.
sidebar. I asked this lady the other day. She goes, oh, the coffee here, like Southern California. She goes, oh, the coffee here is like not as good. Like, and I was like, oh, where are you from? She goes, California. I was like, so you're from California. You're saying the coffee here is not as
So
good.
this just means maybe it's Starbucks.
I don't know. Like she meant because she's from Northern California.
But it's still Starbucks coffee.
Yeah,
Why is it different?
Starbucks
know
coffee.
what?
Starbucks in Southern California is the same as other, like Starbucks everywhere is the same. Because it's a corporation. It's supposed to be like.
You don't know that.
I do know
The
that.
beans, they could
No,
be
no.
different.
No,
The
they're-
beans could be different.
Okay, let me quick sidebar.
I'm
First
gonna fall on my shirt.
off, Starbucks' whole thing is that like you can go to any Starbucks, you get the same cup of coffee. That's like a literal thing they say in their policy. Secondly, the coffee's not different because the coffee is grown in the coffee belt. So like it's literally in certain like all the coffee comes from the same place. We don't grow coffee in the United States.
What do you mean? What the fuck is a coffee belt?
It's
Where coffee's able to be
geographical area.
geographical area. Like it's basically the equator line. You could probably match it up to the coffee belt. But we do not grow coffee in the United States because we don't
I don't
live
know
in the coffee
anything
belt.
about life. Like
Canada doesn't grow
anything.
coffee. Like all of coffee comes from the coffee belt. Like you nowhere in Europe probably even grows any coffee.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because
no.
it's
that one certain part in Africa that I don't remember.
It's
like,
Africa, Asia, like
yeah.
it's
We discussed this. The
South.
business class
It's
once.
upper of South America, like maybe small parts of lower North America, but I don't even know if they make the coffee belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
we
a
are not
specific
growing
area, I
coffee.
know that.
Nobody above the equator line or below the equator line is growing coffee. Like so, no, the coffee is the same, regardless of which Starbucks you go to.
Oh.
Yeah,
Somebody fact check this, please.
you can if
I don't
you want.
believe this.
Yeah, it's why there was the whole thing. I don't want to get into it, but everybody's like, we should just buy American-made products, and it's like, okay, cool, buy the American-made coffee, you idiot.
Anyway, that's this week, the podcast. We'll see you next week. And again, just click in the link below and we're going to talk about spoilers. Spoilers, baby.
All
Have a
right.
good week and see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.